Hi, welcome to Portsmouth Now. I'm your host, Rob Lauer. Well, it's Friday night, the work week's over, and you're ready to kick back and relax with family and friends. Maybe listen to some live music or enjoy some food or drink, or maybe take in a free show at a museum or an art gallery. Did you know that you could do all of those things for free in Old Town on the first Friday of every month? And those free events don't end Friday night, they continue throughout the weekend. You want to learn more? Then stay tuned to this episode of Portsmouth Now as we explore the sights and sounds of first weekends in Old Town. If you're anywhere in Old Town Portsmouth on the first Friday evening of any given month, chances are you'll hear the sound of music in the air. Follow that music to its source, and you'll end up outside the 1846 courthouse, now the home of the Portsmouth Art and Cultural Center. Every first Friday evening, the center presents concerts in the courtyard. Outside, you'll find live music, free food and drinks, and comfortable cafe seating in the evening shade, the perfect spot to relax with friends and family. And you'll find even more happening inside the center. So tell us what goes on first Fridays inside the museum.
Well, this evening we actually have an opening of an exhibit, Anecdotes and Parables. That exhibit features 3 artists, and they all work with animals as a subject matter. So this particular exhibit, there's a real variety of work, from lithographs, paintings, to sculpture.
Okay, folks can come in for free. Usually they have to pay to come in, but right on first weekends it's free.
Right, for First Friday it's free. We have music in the courtyard, there's artist demonstrations, there's food, lots to do. More
and more people are discovering just that. Every month, the concert in the courtyard attracts a growing number of visitors from all around Hampton Roads. And these visitors are joining a large group of devoted neighborhood regulars. And your name is?
Paul.
And so how long have you been coming out to this, and what do you think of these events?
Well, we moved here on April the 23rd, 2003 from Northern Virginia. We chose Portsmouth to move to because of this kind of environment, and we actually live in Old Town, so we have a terrific attachment to this. I think it's wonderful.
So you can just walk over from your place and stroll back.
3 minutes down, we come down, have a glass of wine, listen to the excellent music, and also look at the exhibits. I mean, they're stunning. I absolutely covet so much of the pottery and the ceramics in that exhibit this year.
So tell me, what would you say to other people in Hampton Roads who maybe think Portsmouth, going all the way through the tunnel, all the way to Portsmouth, what could possibly be over there that's worth seeing?
Well, let me see. We have some excellent restaurants here. We live within staggering distance of at least 3 really good ones. I think people underestimate the courthouse galleries. I mean, we had the Tsar's Easter eggs as an exhibition here once, and really every time they change them, they're just so overwhelming. They're international standard. You don't find this, okay, the Chrysler, but elsewhere, maybe the Suffolk Cultural Centre, which is an excellent place, by the way, but in Portsmouth, people have no idea.
So you're saying get over here on a Friday night, check everything out?
Get over here on a Friday night, get over here on a Saturday morning when you have the farmers market every week, when you have the flea market. Come over and look at what we have to offer. It's stunning. Just walk around and look at the sidewalks, look at the planting, look at the flowers. I mean, the amount of work that just the local residents have put into beautifying the parks, they're exquisite at this time of year.
Well, there you have it, from someone who's a convert to Portsmouth and is... Totally. Okay, so take his advice and come on out. I'm joined now by Pat Wiggins, who is a regular at these First Friday events.
Every month we come out to First Friday.
Okay. So how long have you been coming out?
Ever since it started.
And it started 2 years ago, last year?
It might have been 2 years ago.
Yeah. So what would you say to other people in Hampton Roads who just think that it's like going to the end of the world to go through the tunnel to Portsmouth?
Well, I live in Portsmouth, so I don't have to do that. But for fine entertainment that's free and delicious food and beverages, you can't beat it for a First Friday.
People do come here from all over. Now, I understand that you come all the way from where, Yorktown?
I came from Yorktown because my wife said I was coming tonight.
And you were probably really thrilled about coming to Portsmouth, weren't you?
I love Portsmouth. Actually, as a child, I spent a lot of time here in Portsmouth. My grandmother lived in Port Norfolk, and I I've roamed these streets many times.
And you're roaming them again tonight.
Roaming them tonight.
So what do you think of the music and everything that's going on
I think
here?
it's great. I just love this style of music.
So do you think you'd be coming back sometime, perhaps?
Actually, I always come back. I'm like a yo-yo. I'm back and forth. I love Portsmouth.
Well, just as evidence that all types come out to these events, I want to introduce you to probably the oldest man in attendance, Colonel Crawford, the founder of Portsmouth.
That's right, William Crawford.
And so how old are you, sir?
Let's see, this year I would be 322 years old.
My goodness. So you probably have lived through a lot of different styles of music, haven't you?
Oh, certainly. Early on, of course, you were in the colonial, and before that, the Renaissance and such like that. By the way, as a matter of fact, the Old Town Holiday Music Festival will be coming up this year at Christmas. We have that every year. And from the waterfront all the way down to the end of the 600 block here on High Street, we have musical groups, combos, singing groups from Renaissance right on up through for the entire day on a Saturday, right mid in December from noon till 6. That's beautiful.
That's great, but also every first Friday.
Every first Friday, and that's throughout the entire year. We have the concerts here in the courtyard, which are absolutely fabulous. And that also is a mixture of different types of music. Tonight we've got some very easy listening jazz. I, of course, had no clue what jazz was back in my day. You know, jazz to me was someone drunk with a bagpipe.
And you knew many people like that. Many drunk bagpipers?
No, but they will be about. We have the bagpipes down here quite a bit. Also, what is it? The Scottish Walk that comes on in New Year's. We have so many family-friendly events that go on throughout the year. And if you'd like to check them out, I certainly would suggest that anyone, if you've got, well, I'm not supposed to know about an internet, that thing. If you go to portsvaevents.com, you actually get the ongoing running calendar of everything going on here in Old Town, and it's fabulous.
Well, thanks for sharing that, and we will bring that up at the end of the show again so the audience can know to do that.
Excellent.
Thanks for joining us, Colonel.
Thank you.
Good speaking to you.
I'm just curious, what is it that we've been looking at over here?
That's a camera. Just across the street, a mere 30-second walk from the concert, is the Tidewater Community College Visual Arts Center. Their art gallery is open every night of the week until 8 p.m., and it's always free to the public. On this particular Friday night, there's a free reception opening their latest exhibit. I'm joined now by Christina Rupp. And now, what is your position with TCC, the gallery?
I'm the director here at the Visual Arts Center.
Okay. And now, this goes on. How often do you have a new show? Every month? Every 6 weeks?
We have about 6 major exhibitions every year.
Okay. And so the gallery is open on Friday evenings until what time?
Until 9 o'clock.
Okay. And on first Fridays, it's free like other things here?
Yeah, we're always open to the public. It's always free.
Okay. Now, what is this that's showing here tonight?
Tonight we're representing Sam Hughes' photography, his MFA exhibit, and Barbara Henning-Loomis's MFA exhibit as well. Both graduating with their MFAs from Norfolk State University.
And they're showing here. And are the artists in the house this evening?
Yes, they're both here, and so are the whole faculty's here, all their friends, their family, obviously a lot of people from Portsmouth are here as well.
Exactly. Well, it's great. You know, it's coming in from the streets. You have the events across the street at the Courthouse Gallery, down the street at Old Town Art, and then you come here and
they're eating out, and they're going out and having drinks, and they're having a good time, yes.
Yeah, so would you encourage people from all over Hampton Roads to check you out?
Oh, yeah, they have to come down here. This is really a cultural hub. Yeah.
Well, thanks for telling us about it.
Okay, you're welcome. Bye-bye.
Right. But down the courtyard isn't the only place where things are happening. Just a few blocks down High Street, across from St. Paul's Cathedral, is Old Town Art. Now, earlier today, we talked to the owner, Cass Lippa, about the events they have going on here on First Fridays. I'm joined now by Cass Lippa, who's the owner of Old Town Art here on High Street in Old Town Portsmouth. So, Cass, tell us what goes on here on First Fridays.
Well, we have a lot of exciting things that goes on here. Most of the artists come in, and we're all in a group like a big family. We have music, and we have food, and we hang the new show. And it's called Surplus Surprises this month, and it's the surplus that we've painted and hasn't shown yet in the gallery.
Oh, that's great. So every month there's a new show.
Every month.
Okay, so what type of music are you going to be having tonight?
He's got an acoustic guitar, and he plays nice and soft music, background music, so people can talk and mingle.
Okay, now I understand there's some sort of major award that's given out every month here.
Every month we have what we call People's Choice Award, and the people come in and they vote for their favorite in the new show. And the first name that I pull out from this ballot will get 2 tickets to the Commodore. The artist who wins gets 2 tickets to the Commodore, but more importantly, they get bragging rights for a month.
And for the bragging rights, they
just brag.
They just brag, okay.
Yeah. Some crowing and stuff like that goes on.
Well, that sounds a lot of fun. So we'll come back a little bit later tonight then and listen to the music, take in some of the art, and maybe talk to some of your regulars.
Oh, good. Please do.
Okay, well, looking forward to it. All right, so we're here. People are arriving. Let's head inside and see what's going on. Come on. What's going on inside has the feeling of a neighborhood block party. There are free refreshments, live music, display of new art, and a chance to visit local artists in a warm, friendly atmosphere where anyone and everyone feels welcome. Now, you have been coming out to these First Friday events here at Old Town Art for quite a while.
Yes, about 2 years.
Okay, what do you like about them?
It just brings together a lot of artistic people and the neighborhood, and you just meet just different people and different walks of life, and it's just incredible to see the artwork and things like that. I'm from a little town originally in New York, and we usually have small towns, and it just reminds me of just that small town, just community feeling. It's great.
Well, all ages of people come out to these events, and we have 2 young art enthusiasts here. What's your name?
Denasia.
And what's your name?
Cameron.
And I'm going to guess that you 2 are sisters.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought so. Are you twins?
Yes.
Okay, you talk at the same time too, that's good. So had you been in here at Old Town Art before?
Yes.
So what do you like about it?
Like the art, like it expresses each artist, and like I love art, and it's just amazing.
So do you do art yourselves? You've taken art classes, haven't you?
Yeah, yes.
Okay, what types of things do you like to do art-wise? Do you like to paint? Do you like to draw? Do sculpture?
Paint and draw, like draw flowers and stuff.
Okay, what about you?
I like to paint. I like when they paint music and like portraits.
So are you going to come back here again when it's open like this? Okay, well have fun tonight. Good talking to you. As the concerts and gallery events wind down, there's still plenty to do on a Friday night. There's the Commodore Theater, outdoor cafes, neighborhood pubs, and restaurants of all types. Along 2 blocks of High Street alone, you'll find Asian, Mexican, Mediterranean, and German restaurants, as well as those offering seafood and traditional American fare. All of this makes Old Town Portsmouth the perfect place for ending the work week and ushering in the weekend.
Imagine what you'd see if every child had a book to read. So the mission is for us to get a book to each and every child. So let's join hands, book people unite, unearth hidden passion. Come on, we'll have a good time. One book could be the first thing helps to change a life. Book people unite.
Read to a child today and spark a lifetime of ambition.
Son, tell him that I've begun to dream of things to come, and tell the trees not to look for me. I'm going to find some peace of mind. Wake the sun. Wake the sun, wake the sun, wake the sun.
Traditional light bulbs actually generate 9 times more heat than light. Switch to Energy Star light bulbs, and you'll realize just how much cash you were really burning through. Saving energy saves you money. Learn more at EnergySavers.gov.
Welcome back to Portsmouth Now as we continue our examination of the sights and sounds of first weekends here in Old Town Portsmouth. Well, it's a beautiful Saturday morning, and as you can see, things have changed here around the courtyard from last evening. The musicians have packed up and gone home, and in their place we have the Old Town Farmers Market.
The colors are eye-popping. Table after table, crate after crate of fruits and vegetables, as well as meat, seafood, and baked goods. They're all local, and they're all fresh.
Just to give you an idea of how fresh some of the food is here at the market, I'm standing here with Myra Isgrig. And what is the name of your company?
Isgrig's Recipe.
Okay, and that is, what we have here are jams and jellies and such?
Jams, jellies, preserves, and butters.
And you make these with your own two hands, right?
Yes, I do, yeah.
Okay, now this stuff is so fresh. Tell us what, we have several flavors here. What are the flavors, and when exactly did you put this in the can?
I have strawberry preserves, and I did that on Monday. The pineapple all fruit was done on Tuesday, and the pumpkin butter and apple butter were done last week.
Wow, so that is really fresh. So that's just a sample of the fresh food that you find here at the Old Town Portsmouth Farmers Market. One of the most popular vendors here in the Old Town Farmers Market is that vendor from Artisans Bakery and Cafe. I'm with George Salinger now, who is the owner. How long have you been in business?
Since October last year. Our storefront was open October, but we started the market last May.
Mm-hmm. And where's your store located?
Down on Washington Street, just over County Street, towards the bridge.
Okay. And you have some gorgeous bread here. It's just beautiful to look at. I'm sure even better to taste. Now, you were telling me a minute ago about your ovens. You have special ovens you use?
Right, we use a special bread oven. It's a steam injection oven, so it helps delay the crust from forming and gets us a longer, more thorough bake. And it helps develop a lot of flavor while it's baking.
Yeah, when you first opened last spring, I came and had breakfast one morning. I was just telling somebody I would weigh 400 pounds if I went there every morning. Some of the best baked goods I've ever had. And they're here every farmer's market.
While everything at the market is local, not everything is edible.
This particular month, Mother's Day is coming up and Memorial Day, and so you want to get some flowers for your mom or maybe some flowers to place on a grave or on an altar in church or something for Memorial Day. And if you come here to the farmer's market, Margie Garrett has lots of creations that will just fit the bill. Thanks for joining us. Now, you have this is a home company, right?
I have a home-based business. I just retired from the Naval Medical Center, Portsmouth, 37 years, and now I do home arrangements from my home. My motto is make someone smile any reason, Mother's Day, Father's Day, any reason to make someone smile.
Okay, there's a wide variety of ages of the various vendors here at the farmer's market. I'm sitting here with one of the youngest, and what is your name?
Annika.
Monica? Annika. And now what do you have here? Now these are, you're an artist, aren't you? Mm-hmm. Okay, and these are birdhouses. Now did you paint these?
Yes.
Okay. And you're out here every time there's a farmer's market selling things that you made?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, there are flowers for sale, cute decorative birdhouses hand-painted by children, and some items that might give one pause.
So what do you have here?
This is my company. It's called Punk Bows. I have a website called punkbows.com, and you can also find me on Facebook at www.facebook.com/punkbows. And I have skull bows and cupcake bows and all sorts.
So here at the market we have flowers, we have arts and crafts, we have fruit and vegetables, fresh bread, and we have dairy products. And I'm joined now by Paul Sobchak, and you are with?
Oberwise Dairy.
Okay, you guys took over Yoder Dairy when that went out of business, right?
Right, about 3 or 4 years ago, and a lot of folks really appreciate the service, and it's making a huge comeback.
Okay, now you have some samples of milk here. Now what makes this milk so special?
There's a couple reasons. One is the cows are not given any growth hormones. When the cows are sick and they need antibiotics, they're taken out of production until they get better. It's cold pasteurized, which locks in nutrients and also tastes better, and it's to your house within 72 hours.
It's really good. Well, you get back to nature coming here to the farmer's market with all the fresh fruit and vegetables and the fresh preserves and things, but you also be educated as to some things in nature, such as bees. I wasn't expecting this, but I'm standing here with Bob Perkins, and you keep bees.
Yes, I do.
Okay, this is a hobby of yours.
This is a hobby. I have a couple of hives in my backyard, but I am with the local Beekeepers Association, and I brought some bees down here tonight.
Okay, so do you come down here very often on farmers market days?
Generally, I'll try to get down here every week or two, either bring some bees if the weather permits, or sell some honey once I got it.
Okay, and do people, I was interested in this, we've been sitting here talking for 15 minutes, but I guess a lot of people see this and they sort of gravitate over wondering what it is.
Oh, yes. Yeah, this is always interesting when you have some live bees to show people.
I'm joined now by Terry Danaher, who is the market manager of the Old Town Farmers Market.
The Portsmouth Old Town Farmers Market.
Portsmouth Old Town Farmers Market. There are so many old towns in Virginia. Yes. Well, tell us a little bit about the history of the Farmers Market. How long has this been going on?
This is our 4th year. We started 3 years ago. Ports Events went to the city. That was me at the time. I went and asked if we could have a market, and they liked the idea. There was a group of residents here in Old Town who had been trying for a while to get a market going. Other groups had tried in the past, and there was some concern about trash and problems, things like that. But we worked something out with the city, and the group of women here who had been working with it worked with the president of the Old Town Business Association, and they started a market on Middle Street near the garage. And it started with just once a month, on one Saturday, the first Saturday of the month, and it caught on. People enjoyed coming, and it was very much a come as you are, set up, go away, come back if you want to.
Well, how many Saturdays a month, how many Saturdays a year does this go on now?
Well, we're every Saturday now. We started our every Saturday last week, and during the winter we actually had several markets once a month because it was such a mild winter, things were still growing. So people wanted to eat the greens and the eggs and the beef, so we held special markets. And we'll go through December 22nd. We'll have special holiday markets in December.
So how many vendors do you have displaying here?
Today I think we have about 20. I have maybe 30 vendors on the list, and it's growing. Some people come every Saturday, some people come once or twice a month. As long as they let me know so I can map out the market, I'm fine, at this time.
Yeah, I've seen lots of tables with like fresh fruits and vegetables, but what other types of things do you have here?
We have frozen poultry and beef, grass-fed beef. I've met the chickens, I've met the cows. I've met the pigs when they're here. We have fresh eggs. We have fresh seafood and frozen seafood. We have all kinds of produce, and we have some really exotic things coming in now, but they're locally grown. What we call local is anything within 100 miles. That's the buy fresh, buy local definition. Most of our stuff is within 55 miles of here. We've got strawberries locally and everything. We have crafts, we have jewelry. Sometimes we have pottery, sometimes we have stained glass, which we have today. Sometimes we sell, there's one of our residents down here is an author, and he sells his books down here when he's, and we've had 2 people who are residents here who've written books and sold them here at the market.
And we have lots of flowers and things too.
Yes, yeah. And there are so many different kinds of things that people do not know what's seasonal, and they come to the market and they find all these different foods than they find in the supermarket, and it's really fascinating to watch people get excited about food.
And sort of get back in tune with the cycles of nature when things are in season.
Absolutely, and they get tips on how to cook things from the farmers, and everybody shares recipes, and this has become a really social market. People go into the courtyard and sit and eat what they've purchased. We have cinnamon buns here in the morning. It's really good. I just got one because it's my birthday today.
Oh, it is your birthday. Yes. Well, actually everyone told me that, and they wanted to give you a little tribute here.
Raven, turn it down to her.
Well, as you can see, there's just a lot of fun to be had here at the Farmers Market. So come out. It starts at 9 a.m. on Saturday mornings.
Thank you. Thank you. As I said, it's a very social.
One block down from the Farmers Market is the Middle Street Garage. And on the first Saturday of every month, we have an antique and flea market. So let's head inside and look around and meet the gentleman who's in charge of it. I'm standing here with Tony Goodwin, who's the president of the Old Town Business Association, and you are also in charge of the flea market antique market here.
Well, being involved is key. You know, all the businesses in downtown have to be involved in the different venues that we have. Of course, the flea market has been one for many years now.
Okay, how many years has the flea market been going on?
It's pushing right around 10 years now, I believe.
About 10 years. And it's here in this garage, and it's the first Saturday of every month?
Correct.
Okay, what are the hours?
It opens up at 9:30. And then goes until about 2 in the afternoon every first Saturday.
I mean, if the entire first floor of the garage is packed here, how many vendors would you say that you have here?
Today we're at full capacity, so you're looking at 50-plus vendors because some of them do take 2 parking spaces, but for the most part they're all in one single parking space.
Okay, and do you have is there a peak time within the hours that you're open?
I would say the peak time is the first part of the morning. You know, it's always the early bird gets the worm. Rule of thumb here goes the same way.
One of the vendors here is Keith Atkins, who's a local historian, and you have today on display just boxes and boxes of postcards.
Normally we come in here with a lot of paper collectible type items such as postcards, old photos of the Hampton Roads area.
And now I understand that of the postcards and things here, like the World War II era pinups are really popular.
Yes, they're very popular and everything. They always have been. The old risque pinups.
Which aren't risque by today's standards at all.
By today's standards, they're no way risque. I mean, it's a totally different thing. It left something to the imagination, actually.
Yeah.
But just the clothing that they wore back in the 30s, 40s, and even sometimes the 20s. The burlesque, the gaiety type things has really become a comeback. A lot of people like getting those items, matting them and frame them nowadays. But then you've got a large number of people who like collecting that, as well as always Marilyn Monroe.
Regardless of who you are or what your interest might be, something is sure to catch your eye at the Old Town Antique and Flea Market. 1 block away at the foot of High Street are the Naval Shipyard Museum and the Lightship Portsmouth. On the first Saturday of every month, not only are these popular attractions free, but they offer special fun-filled events for the whole family. On this particular first Saturday, the theme of the day is pirates. There are free pirating classes where kids can learn how to be real buccaneers, as well as costumed historical reenactors and displays of items from 17th century pirate life. These special free events continue all day long until 5 p.m. every first Saturday. First weekend events continue through Sunday. After brunch or lunch at one of Old Town's many restaurants, head over to the Riverview Gallery at the foot of High Street in the historic old Seaboard building. I'm joined now by Wayne Petrovka, who is the owner of the Riverview Gallery, and he's here to tell us a little bit about some of the events that you have going on here. On first weekends, we have a first Sunday event that is here in the gallery.
Right. We were doing the first Fridays for some time, but there was a lot of competition, and so we went to the first Sundays a couple months ago, and it's kind of a nice, casual, not quite as intense of an experience, but we have an artist in demonstrating, and we have light refreshments, and generally a laid-back good time.
So how long has the Riverview Gallery been here in business?
We've been here for 14 years.
Okay.
A long time. When we opened up with just one small section, and then we added another section, and then 2 years later we added an upstairs and downstairs, so we're one of the larger galleries in the area now.
How many artists do you have displaying in here?
We're currently representing about 150 artists.
Wow.
The majority of them are local, but we do have some artists from all over the United States, and we also have one lonely Canadian who we couldn't do without.
Okay, and what are your hours?
We are open 7 days a week. We open up at 11 o'clock every day. We're here until 5 o'clock on Sunday through Thursday. We're here till 8 o'clock at night on Fridays and Saturday nights.
Okay, and the hours for the first Sunday events are what?
Well, we're open from 11 to 5, but our artist is in here demonstrating from 1 to 4.
As you've seen in today's show, first weekends in Old Town Portsmouth are filled with special events, but there are always fun-filled events happening throughout Portsmouth. To find out more about them, log on to www.portsvaevents.com and join us for the next episode of Portsmouth Now.